art piece.
So the Public Art Commission, we're not trying to cover up the complexity of this issue, but I think that's the role of public art. It needs to be on display and discussed.
And if all the votes were to align tonight, the statue would be relocated here in front of the Palm Springs Historical Society Museum. But it was here right in front of City Hall that the statue stood for decades, till critics wanted it removed because of the painful past it represented.
He was the leader, he was the mayor during the destruction, and to glorify him for what he did to our community is disheartening to us.
Pearl Devers, a Section 14 survivor herself, says moving the statue, even onto private land, feels like a slap in the face.
But to have him front and center in a prominent location in the city of Palm Springs is an affront to us.
The Palm Springs Historical Society has said they would pay for the cost of the relocation, giving the art piece its chance at telling its history.
The Historic Society offered to put it here because they can put his role in Palm Springs in context and describe the complexities of everything he did, things he didn't do, and his legacy.
Gary Armstrong also mentioned how the city had 3 different options on what to do with the statue, and they chose to storage it till it found its permanent home. And as for if the permanent home will be at the Palm Springs Historical Society, as soon as we know what the votes will say to that, we'll update you here on NBC Palm Springs. Till then, I'm Brett Rosen. I'll send it back to Mark and Olivia in studio.
All right, Brett, thanks for that. We appreciate it. Also, at tonight's Palm Springs City Council meeting, council members will consider funding more affordable housing projects in the city. The 2 developments will run along West San Rafael Drive. One is reportedly 82 units, the other is 110, but it does need financial assistance from the city. One proposal faces a formal appeal from nearby property owners, while the other moves forward with a preliminary funding discussion. Together, the developments could add nearly 200 affordable apartment units near the city's northern area as the city works to meet state housing mandates.
It's been 4 weeks since the last time the city of Coachella hosted their regularly scheduled city council meeting. The next meeting was scheduled for January 14th, but that was recently canceled. What might this mean for residents and those waiting for approval on projects from the council? Well, our Tiani Jadaling joins us live in studio. She spoke with a legal expert about all the details and has more for us tonight. Tiani?
Olivia, according to the city, they say all scheduled agenda items will carry over to their next meeting. That's set to take place at the end of January, and according to experts, the council must be available to the public. The last meeting City Council held was on December 10th. Experts with Romer and Harnick LLP tell us the law doesn't specify with how often these meetings take place. It's all dependent on the workload. They say they don't believe the city is in violation of the law at this point, but decisions cannot be made without these public meetings. For those who might be harmed by their lack of meetings, experts tell us this.
If I'm a citizen that's been harmed by it, if I have a contract that's going to expire with the city and needs council approval, I've been harmed by it, I can petition the court in a fairly simple petition. It's called a writ of mandate to require the city to meet. And I think a judge would be very open to, let's have your meetings. That's what you, council, that's what you do. You meet in public. You have an agenda and you do the people's business. Go do it.
Currently, Mayor Stephen Hernandez still faces charges of perjury and conflict of interest. He remains on the council and has not given any public comment on this. Brian Harnick says with only 4 council members, there's no harm, no foul for the short term, other than the risk of an even number of voters when decision making. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. Turning to a local alert, Indian Canyon Drive at the Wash in Palm Springs is reopened after 1 week of being closed from that flooding we saw on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Palm Springs City government issued the alert a little before 9 o'clock this morning. Indian Canyon was one of several closures after heavy rainfall caused overflows at the Wash between Palm Springs and Desert Hot Springs. At its peak, the flooding shut down North Junotri Trail, Vista Chino, Araby Drive, and North Indian Canyon Drive, all key routes connecting those 2 cities.
Speaking of city alerts, Palm Desert is encouraging their residents to sign up for the program in case of an emergency. It's called Nixle, and it's free for all residents who want information sent to their phone or their inbox, which includes weather warnings, unexpected events, or instructions during emergencies. So if you're a Palm Desert resident, simply text your zip code to the number that's there at the bottom of your screen, or you can visit the city's website for alternative ways to sign up.
Let's go check on the forecast. Wow, gorgeous picture of tonight's sunset from our Agua Caliente casino camera high above right there in Rancho Mirage. We're going to send things over to our Pablo Alsina, who's got details on our end of week forecast. Pablo?
Yeah, and you can tell it's very windy out there, especially because my hair has been blown all over the place. Just kidding, but yes, it is windy, and in certain parts, wind gusts of up to 30 miles an hour. Currently 64 degrees, low humidity low at 20%. Winds in Palm Springs, 17 miles an hour. Palm Springs, temperature 64. Yucca Valley is at 45. Big Bear City, they're already freezing at 28 degrees. Banning is at 48. So again, cooler temperatures than normal every single day so far in January. And the wind I was talking about, Whitewater, 18-mile-per-hour gusts. Cabazon as well. Banning, Big Bear with wind gusts up to 21. And it's been windier in different parts of the day. 3-day comfort air forecast, gorgeous. Mid-60s to low 70s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But next week, we'll be back up to the mid to high 70s, maybe even the low 80s. So enjoy these cool, crisp temperatures while we have them. But again, a little bit windy in parts. I'll be back for my 7-day forecast.
Pablo, thank you. More local news tonight. Sunline Transit Agency is launching Sunline Rides Reimagined. It's a new effort to shape the future of public transportation here in the Coachella Valley. The agency is asking residents to share ideas through a short survey to help improve bus routes, rides, paratransit services, and future mobility options. Phase 1 of this 17-month-long project has already started. Right now, they're focused on meeting public transportation expectations and seeing how it can grow into something that's even more accessible. Sunline says every voice matters when it comes to planning a transit system built around community needs.
This is going to affect future service. So we are trying to find out what people would like to see with transit moving forward. This is why it's so critical to make sure that everybody provides their input. It doesn't matter if you don't ride the bus. We want to hear from you because perhaps there are folks out there that want to use transit. So we want to hear from them too, whether you ride every day, occasionally, never, doesn't matter. We want to hear what you have to say.
You can visit sunline.org to find their landing page and see what actions they're currently taking. Fill out the survey and you have a chance at winning $50.
The Palm Springs Unified School District is hosting their expanded Learning Winter Camp this week. And today, some of those campers got to see some snow. Over 900 campers ranging from TK to 8th grade spent 4 mornings at 3 different middle school sites taking in some educational enrichment activities. Camp scholars are also visiting Aziz Farms in Thermal to do things like sled, play in giant inflatable snow globes, and even decorate some cookies while incorporating math and science lessons with their playtime.
The goal for the students is to have an experience that is not only fun but educational. And the goal for us and Palm Springs Unified is to include as many local companies as possible that can benefit from opportunities like this as well.
Today saw 297 kids with 80 chaperones, and more will be in attendance tomorrow to close out the camp.
Looks like fun. Well, a collection of vintage and modern Pez dispensers are now on display at the Wellwood Murray Memorial Library in Palm Springs. This free exhibit highlights the candy's quirky history and pop culture appeal, and it's on view for about 6 weeks. The collection belongs to part-time Palm Springs resident Don Yeager and can be seen during regular library hours.
All right, coming up next tonight, did your holiday spending make a dent in your wallet? Tonight, we're going to hear from financial experts about how to reduce financial stress in the new year.
Plus, some of the top pickleball players in the world are getting ready to volley in the desert next week. Our Tim O'Brien has the latest details later in sports, so stay with us for that.
committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. The holidays may be over, but the cost is hitting home right now. After weeks of shopping, travel, and family gatherings, millions of consumers are now opening statements and realizing just how much the last few months cost them.
Our Alondra Campos spoke to local residents about the holiday spending aftermath and also an economist about the strategies you can implement to ease financial stress.
January is usually a time for fresh starts, new goals, and new resolutions. But for many Coachella Valley residents, it's also the time when the holiday bills are due.
The aftermath, I'm still recovering. If I have to be honest, asking family and friends, can you spot me $20? I'll pay you back next week when I get paid. So, yeah, this year definitely put a dent in my pockets.
For others, holiday spending was not an option.
So January comes around and it's like, oh, the holidays are over and now I have a credit card bill. And so ultimately I knew this year was going to be more challenging because everything has become more expensive, but my income has not become bigger, and so I didn't necessarily want to be facing that this year.
In 2025, a third of U.S. consumers took on more than $1,000 in holiday debt, according to the National Retail Federation. But economists say the problem isn't just the spending, it's how long it takes to pay it off.
You need to list every single transaction that you have. Let's say, for example, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, how much you owe money, and what is the balance, and what is the interest rate.
With credit card interest rates remaining high, even small balances can quickly grow.
It's really important to understand that if you're paying 21% and you are getting 0.001% from the bank, you are better off paying faster in the smarter way the interest rate that is higher because saving is not making enough money.
Financial experts share two strategies to start paying the debt off without getting overwhelmed.
One is to try to pay the high interest rate. That way you will try to save some interest on the high interest rate that you're getting charged. Or the other option is trying to pay the lowest balance. That way you can feel motivated that you're getting away from those loans.
And they say prevention starts long before December.
You have to see the year in a full prospectus. You have to know exactly how much money you spend in 2025 so you can do a budget for 2026.
For the residents we spoke to, the holiday season for 2026 may already start to look different.
Next year, I actually want to do a new tradition, and I want to do, of course, start putting a budget towards Christmas all throughout the whole year.
That was our Alondra Campos reporting this evening. All right, mark your calendars for the Palm Springs Health and Wellness Festival. It's coming back to Ruth Hardy Park on Saturday, January 24th. There'll be lots of events to enjoy, from bike rides to marathons. There's also going to be plenty of vendors and workshops to show off the latest in nutrition, exercise, and overall wellness.
The Palm Desert Sheriff's Station is inviting residents to Coffee with a Cop. It's February 9th. It runs from 9 to 11 at Cheers Coffee, that's at the River Marketplace in Rancho Mirage. You can chat with deputies and ask questions that you believe are important for your neighborhood. And if you'd like to support public safety in Palm Desert, the city is hosting the Coachella Valley Citizens on Patrol Conference next week. It's scheduled for Friday, January 16th at City Hall. It's from 8:30 to 3:30, and it's a chance for residents to learn how this program works, speak with current Citizen on Patrol volunteers, and learn how you can get involved.
Live pictures tonight from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Pablo Alsina standing by with our end-of-week forecast, including that full 7-day. Details on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back.
I'm Pablo Alsina. Gorgeous Walter Clark cam shot. Clear skies. But of course, you're noticing the temperatures going down, and you also notice it was kind of windy in the morning. Also get windy at night. Looking at my graphics right here, let's take those graphics between 67 to 71 degrees. We had morning winds. We will have gusty evening winds. And again, we were colder than normal. Does the trend continue? It does. Usually we're at 70 degrees. Today at 68. So again, every single day in January, we have temperatures cooler than normal. Not usual. We're usually hotter. High temperatures we saw today. Look at this. Palm Springs 68. Idlewild with a high of just 47. Banning with a high of 53. Let me move out of the way so you can see all the numbers. Yucca Valley with a high of 53. Our friends in Indio, they were a high of just 68. The dew points also came down. You'll notice it's not that muggy, and it's going to continue to get drier as the month goes on, especially this week. Temperatures will start dipping down into the low 40s tonight. And the wind I was talking about, Whitewater wind gusts of up to 39 miles an hour, Desert Hot Springs as well. But you'll notice it throughout the Coachella Valley. It was windier than it's been for several weeks. Low temperatures tonight, 49 in Palm Springs, 46 in Palm Desert. Joshua Tree with a low of nearly freezing at 35 degrees. Idlewild coming in at 33. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. You'll notice the windiest day on Thursday. The wind should die down some for the rest of the week, and then it'll start heating up. Enjoy it while it lasts. Next Wednesday, we'll be back up to the mid-80s. So yeah, these cool, crisp temperatures won't last for long, but hey, 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s, I'll take that. I'm Pablo Alsina. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Oh, welcome back. It's no secret, pickleball, the fastest growing sport in the world. And right here in the desert next week, we'll host some of the top players in the world. Marcin and Kartli Ruspetsky run an extensive tennis academy right here in the Coachella Valley. We're going to have more on that next week. But on Monday, January 12th, the academy will host an exhibition and clinic at Desert Princess Country Club in Palm Springs. The top pickleball player in the world will be a part of the clinic, which runs from 12 to 2 ahead of the fundraising dinner from 5 to 8, supporting elite local athletes.
Yeah, so Monday, January 12th, we're going to start with the clinic. It's a 2-hour clinic from 12 to 2. Come on over, get some great instruction from me, from Scott Burr, from the local coaches as far as pickleball. And then 5 o'clock, that's where the main event starts. We're going to go from 5 to 8. We're going to have dinner. It's $100 for an exhibition and dinner. Ben will be here, #1 in the world. His brother Colin will be here, #2 in the world. Matt Wright will be here. His mixed doubles partner Lucy Kovalova, Deckelbart. These are the best players in the world will be here.
Well, for more information on how to be a part of the action, you can visit our website, of course, NBCPalmSprings.com. Now, the world #1 making it official this week. Scotty Scheffler has committed to playing in the American Express later this month in La Quinta. Scheffler has played in the Amex each year since 2020, and he finished his highest in 3rd place. Now, he was scheduled to play last year here in the Valley, but injured his hand after a cooking accident over the Christmas break. Now, the American Express tees off January 19th at PGA West and La Quinta Country Club. And lastly, it's been quite the week for the Danish forward Oscar Fisker Molgaard. The Seattle Kraken recalled Molgaard this morning, just 24 hours after being named to Team Denmark for the 2026 Winter Games in Milan. Fisker Molgaard has 6 goals and 12 assists this season with the Firebirds and 1 assist in a previous stint with the Kraken. So going to the NHL and named to the Olympic team all within 24 hours. Pretty cool. Firebirds play again on Saturday night at Acrisure Arena against the Henderson Silver Knights on Pride Night. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
Tim, thank you. Some entertainment news tonight. We have movie and streaming updates. Here's David Daniel with tonight's Hollywood Minute.
My child comes from a whole line of revolutionaries.
One Battle After Another has received a record-breaking 7 nominations for the Screen Actors Guild Actor Awards, 5 for individual actors, plus Outstanding Cast and Stunt Ensemble. Sinners was close behind with 5 nominations. The Actors Awards stream live on Netflix March 1st.
Woman's died, but right now we can't give you any more than that. That's all we got. Thank you.
Detective Harper, is it true you knew her?
Jeez, what was with that reporter?
It's my wife.
Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal star in His and Hers as estranged spouses, one a reporter, the other a detective, both searching for answers and suspicious of each other after a murder in her hometown. The limited series His and Hers premieres today on Netflix. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
More entertainment news tonight. Critically acclaimed actor Alan Cumming receiving his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. The Scottish actor has received decades of praise for his extensive career on the stage as a Tony winner in Cabaret, also in television and film, including roles in The Good Wife, X-Men, Schmigadoon, and also Second Best. We're going to take a quick break. We're back right after this. All right, before we go tonight, listen to this. Mark your calendars for this coming Sunday. That's January 11th. It's Family Day in Cathedral City in partnership with the Palm Springs International Film Festival. So from noon to 4, you can enjoy free family-friendly movies over at the Mary Pickford Theater. Then you can head over to the community amphitheater for things like face painting, games, prizes, and also food trucks.
Sounds like a great time.
If my family's not here, can I go solo?
You could bring us.
Oh, all right, you're my family. Yes, we're going to the movie.